guys, Coleman, the Up North Picker here. Sorry for the delay in videos, been real busy, but got lots of videos to shoot. Just been buying a lot of stuff, so I'll get you some videos up. But so the other day I had to go pick up a bunch of stuff at an auction that I'd won online, and I had about 30 minutes again, so I swung into one of my favorite thrift stores. But the time before I never got a chance to go look at any of the hard goods because I only had a time to look through some of the clothing. So I started on the hard goods this time. And one of the first things I found was pretty cool. Let me show you. Found this Anchor Hocking. It's a punch bowl set. It's a vintage Anchor Hocking punch bowl set. Complete set, still boxed. Box is in great shape. Paid $5 for it. I did a quick lookup while I was in the store, and these are going for anywhere from $20 and up. And so with the box and everything, I should be able to get at least $20 plus shipping. Of course, charge shipping on something like that because it's heavy. And when you're going to package something like that, make sure you put a little extra padding in there. Put it in another box. Don't ship it in that box. Things like that. And then so when I was taking a little time to look through there, through the hard goods, I found a couple cool things. Now, I pulled this thing right here. It is carry and serve. It essentially keeps your food cold or warm. I mean, you make a dish, you put it in here. It still has the paperwork, so it's basically never been used. It's a vintage piece of kind of like Tupperware, but it's carry and serve. Now, I believe this to be a vintage piece that was never used, but I'm not 100%. Do not microwave or use automatic dishwasher. But there wasn't any comps on this piece, but things like this, Tupperware and other things like this, made in India, I guess. So I don't know how old this is or not, but I thought I paid $2. I think since it's basically a new piece, I should be able to do alright on it. But like Tupperware, vintage Tupperware, you can tell by the color schemes and all that, vintage Tupperware does pretty well. I mean, it's not, if you got a whole set, you can do real well, but it'll sell nice. And it's generally really cheap to buy, so and it's lightweight, so it ships cheap too. And since I was over there, I found this really cool mug. It's got a dog, it's got some ducks with decoys. It's an Otagiri made in Japan. I've sold Otagiri stuff before and done pretty well. So at 50 cents, this cup should do well. It'll go to Otagiri collectors, Japan collectors, plus the dog, the duck hunting, the decoy. All that makes this cup sellable. And then I found this vintage 1981 Diamond Jubilee from Almonte, North Dakota. It's got the townhouse or the church or school. It's got this. And it was 50 cents. Now there's a label on the bottom. I believe it's a Fire King cup. Fire King coffee cups are very desirable, especially advertising pieces and the like. Keep an eye out for like Snoopy, McDonald's, Wendy's, things like that do real well. Then I was over by the toys and everything. I didn't find much, but they had this Simpsons Clue game. Now, I didn't have time to sit and try to count every piece in there, but for $2 I paid for it. These kind of things, games like Clue or Monopoly or Risk, the regular editions, unless you got like the first edition from the whatever age, aren't worth much. But the specialized editions, the Clue, the Harley Davidson, the ones like that, or the Simpsons, I mean, they have value because even if this isn't complete, I can part out the pieces because they always have specialized pieces that were just made for that edition. Specialized cards, specialized game pieces, that kind of thing. That even if the game itself is not worth a lot, you can sell the pieces out for much more than this $2 price tag. And then I had a few minutes, so I just took a little quick time to go through a few things. And I was looking, and I find this Cancun t-shirt, Mexico, and I'm looking, and it's single stitched. It's got the tags. Now, it's a FACA beachwear exporter quality, size XX. Now, I don't know the tags of Mexican companies, but this is a paper tag, and as far as I know, as far as I can tell from the single stitching, that's a good giveaway. The single stitching there and on the bottom is that this is a vintage t-shirt. Now, it just says Cancun, vintage Cancun, so it's probably not worth, like, it's not a $500 t-shirt, but for $1 that I paid for it, it's worth at least 20 bucks, because vintage sells. Vintage t-shirts have a good collectible market. Then Pendleton's a brand to keep an eye out for. Now this is just a Pendleton casual shirt, but it's got the real cool color scheme. And I paid $3 for it. It's a size large. It's a nice shirt. Now Pendleton, Woolrich, these kind of shirts are something to keep an eye out for. This will sell. Well, like I was saying, Woolrich. Names I look up now. This isn't vintage. This one's made in India. The vintage Woolrich was made in America, and that has a much higher desirability. But this is a real cool outdoorsman shirt. It's got zip pockets on both sides. It's just a really nice outdoor style shirt. In a size large, Woolrich. Woolrich will sell all day. So I mean, got the back, it's just a vintage safari type style shirt, and so I paid $4 for this one. I will pay up a little bit for Woolrich and a couple of these Pendleton, a few of those brands like that, because they do well. And so I mean, this is probably a $20 or $30 shirt. I paid $4. I like to pay a little cheaper than that, but I only had a few minutes to go through it, so I really had to be picky. But I did find a few cool things. It's like, you know, it's got this interior here. It's like a fishing shirt or fly fishing shirt or a, you know, safari style. So just for the few minutes I went through there, on my way back from picking up a bunch of stuff that I'd already won on an auction. So that shows you just kind of little things you can keep an eye out for. There's money to be made in every section of the thrift store. You just got to kind of learn brands and all that. Alright guys. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you haven't, please subscribe. Alright, Coleman, the Up North Picker, out.